Finally, we can look at the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis is essentially a summary of everything we have discussed. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This analysis sums up our understanding of the external environment, helping us identify which external factors we need to monitor because they pose threats and which ones we should exploit as opportunities. The SWOT analysis has both internal and external perspectives. Internally, we identify our strengths and weaknesses. Strengths and weaknesses stem from external conditions. For example, not having capital is a weakness because if I had it, I could exploit certain opportunities arising from the external environment. On the other hand, having access to customers is a strength because it allows me to influence their choice. However, that access may have required substantial investments which have made my investment structure more rigid. Owning an extensive distribution network in a context of significant changes could be a weakness. For instance, if I were a film producer and decided to own movie theaters, but cinema tickets were no longer selling as much, this would be a weakness because I'd have the theaters to fill in, but no audience. On the other hand, in a context where demand for cinema tickets was increasing, owning cinemas would be a great advantage, as I could capitalize on the demand and ensure profitability for each venue. So, strengths and weaknesses must always be considered in relation to external conditions. From the external environment, we encounter threats and opportunities. Take, for example, Netflix. Napster, what was a severe threat for the major music companies, turned out to a massive opportunity for Apple. The ability to perceive threats and opportunities stems from a company's sensitivity and how it compares its internal weakness and strengths to these external changes. A change in the external environment could result from one or multiple forces, altering the landscape and either presenting an opportunity or posing a threat, depending on my ability to take advantage of it or defend against it. In Napster's case, it could have been an opportunity for the major record companies, but they didn't seize it. Instead, Apple capitalized on it, selling hard drives on which people stored the music and they downloaded via Napster. Whether something is seen as a threat or an opportunity largely depends on the sensitivity of the company's management, which is something that will depend on you in the future. It's about the management vision. Whether something is seen as a threat or an opportunity largely depends on the sensitivity of company's management. It's about the management vision. Of course, it also depends on the resources. Something that could be an opportunity might become a threat if you don't have the resources to take advantage of it, be it human resources, channel access, or economic means. In such a case, the opportunity might attract external competitors, leading to increased competitive pressure and possibly my marginalization within the sector. Thus, when we think about SWOT, it's essentially a way to succinctly summarize our contextual situation. We wonder, what's happening externally right now? What are the changes? We distinguish between those we perceive as threats and those we view as opportunities. Generally, threats come from competitors or changes in legislation or in the economic system that reduce my customer spending capacity. For example, an economic recession is clearly a threat. The arrival of lower-priced electric cars from the Chinese market is another clear threat. Strengths and weaknesses are measured against external changes. There aren't necessarily an absolute weakness, nor is owing a lot of capital automatically a strength. It could be neutral. Often, companies, when they have too much capital and don't know how to invest, return the capital to shareholders through stock buybacks. So, you can't make a definitive list of what is threat and what is an opportunity. Depending on the specific context, I conduct an internal and external analysis by comparing what's happening externally with my medium-term capabilities. I then list what I consider to be a threat and an opportunity. Obviously, weakness should be turned into strength or at least mitigated. Similarly, threats should be anticipated and countered or their effect minimized. On the other hand, I should invest in opportunities and my strengths. A good manager is someone who can effectively compile a SWOT analysis in their mind. It doesn't need to be overly detailed, just a clear idea. This becomes a sort of compass to guide the strategy and corresponding tactics in a consistent way.